Good morning, my desktop publishing students. We're going to learn about charts today. So the first part, we're just going to learn the pieces of the chart. But I need to show you a few other things before we get really into that material. So first of all, this is your spreadsheet here. When you click here, this is your spreadsheet, okay? This is your chart. How do you know? You can see the handles, okay? See those white circles? Those are the handles. And you can drag your chart anywhere that you want. If you want to size it, yes, you can size it, okay? That you can do. Now, I'm going to put it back with my four-headed arrow, and note that you saw something, Classy Cow Ice Cream Incorporated, and it's a text box. But for right now, don't worry about that. We'll deal with it later. So I've got my handles here. Now, when you click on the spreadsheet, there's your spreadsheet. I go back to my chart, and do you see in purple, this is the data, and in purple, and the data in blue that was used in this chart. So, and every chart you click on will show you what your data is that you use. So therefore, you can always check to say, did I use the correct data? All right, now watch. We're going to go here. You have Chart Tools, Design, and Format. We're going to go to Format. And in the Arrange section here, do you see Selection Pane? So click on it. And now take a look. These are referred to as eyeballs, okay? So the chart, the eyeball is open. Your eyes are open. Now click it. It's gone. There's a straight line. Your eyes are closed. Open it. Ah, there's the chart. Try the text box. Turn it off. Turn it on. This way you get a visual. Do I want to have it look like this or don't I? Or sometimes there's so many objects that you need to put a few of them away so that you can, concentrate on one specific object. So try it again. Text box off. The eyes are shut. Turn it on. The chart on, off. Or if I turn both of them off, there's nothing there. But you do have something there once you open the eyeballs. So always be aware to open your eyeballs and see what's there. And this will apply to you down the road when you get into Word, when you get into Photoshop, all those things. These eyeballs, showing a layer, hiding a layer, is very, very important. And PowerPoint too. So just make sure that you know what those are. Now, once we're finished with that, we can just click on our X and say, I want to close out of the selection pane. All right, now come back, click on your chart. And this time, we're going to go to the Design tab. And remember, we're just exploring right now, so don't select anything. You're just viewing. And some of the pieces you won't even know, so don't worry about it. I'm coming to that. So first of all, go over here to Quick Layout. Now, just hover over top. Don't choose anything, okay? So look at Layout 1. Look at how the layouts change. Each layout changes, gives you something different. And the only tip I'll give you here is that when we finally get started, you choose the layout that you want and then leave it at that and you'll do your other work. But you choose your layout that you want in the first place. But don't choose anything. So just go back to the button and click here. And the same with the chart styles. You can have many chart styles. Again, hover over them, but don't choose anything. Okay? Hover over. Take a look at all the different chart styles, but as I say, don't choose anything at this point. But if you're going to choose one, you choose it first, and then you tweak it after, all right? So you got to remember that. If you are going to choose one of those default styles, then choose it first and tweak it after. But don't choose anything, okay? Just come back to your spreadsheet and don't choose anything. Okay, so you're still on the chart, so that's good. And the other thing is that we haven't saved this chart, so let's get it saved. So we're going to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to go to my Classes Drive, so I'm going to go to Browse. And I need to go to my Classes Drive, or not my Classes Drive, go to My Drive, my U Drive, and I want to go to Desktop Publishing, and I've got charts here, and I want to click in my file name box, press Home, type in your name and the current date for you, and save it. Okay, we're going to start to play with the pieces now. All right, make sure you're on the chart title. Make sure it's selected. Now, take a look here. Do you see those are blue handles? Now, you can move, see your four-headed arrow? You can move your chart title wherever you want to put it. It doesn't matter, okay? You can drag it and place it anywhere. But the one thing that you can't do is you cannot size this. If you try to size this box like you'd size the chart, you can't do it. All right. The only way you can size it is to click inside and select the text. And now go to your home tab, and our text is at 16 right now. So if I bumped it up to, let's say, 18, all right, and maybe I made it, well, I'll make it red because red stands out. You can see it. All right. So you saw that I did that. I could take the bold off, put it on, italics off, put it on, whatever you want to do. If you want to change the font, you could, but chances are you won't. Now, the other thing is, if I selected this S in sales and decided I want to make it blue, for whatever reason, I want to make it blue, and I want to make it size 20. Okay, so I'm going to make it size 20, and the same thing, I could make this one size 20 and blue. And again, that was just my own style, and maybe I even wanted the dollars, so I would go and make it size 20 and make it blue. So most times you will do whatever you want to do to your title, and you will move it this way, like put it wherever you decide that you want to put it. If you want to put it closer to the middle, but in this case it looks better. Now, if you didn't want to drag it for whatever reason, then what you can do is you can go to your design tab under chart tools, and you can go here now, and this button you'll use a lot, add chart element. Click on your drop down, and now go to chart title, and what does it say right now? It says it's above chart. Okay, I can have none, and you see none there. Above chart, there's above the chart. Centered overlay, again, is just centered. Note, I'll choose centered overlay, and you see how it's centered over the chart part here. Doesn't look very good. Okay, so go back, chart, and you're going to say chart title above the chart. And now do you see how it's above the chart? But I don't like the placement of it, so I'm going to drag it over. And with every piece that I show you here, you can adjust it yourself, and more often than not, that's what you'll do. So these menus help you, but sometimes when you need to fine-tune it, you've got to know how to change it yourself. Okay, so that was the title. That's all I'm going to do on the title. Now, the next part, this is called, if I click here, do you see the little blue handles? These are called the data series. What you see in the blue, that is your data series. And they are now selected. If I click off, they're not selected. If I click on, they are selected. So now, again, you have chart styles, like shape styles, I should say, shape styles, and you've got all the different colors and things that you can do. So there's many for you to choose from. So you can do that, and at this point in time, we're not going to do anything. I'm going to show you something else. Okay, so those are available to you, but we're not going to choose them. Now, the piece that I like is I always like to be able to point to it, right click, okay? And every time you right click, it says Format Data Series. That's what I want to do. And now, this panel always comes open on the right-hand side. This is your fill button, okay? Your fill in line. This are your effects, and this is your series options. Now, I can't show them all to you at this point in time because you won't remember them. But first of all, let's go with fill. And you've been here before. You know a solid fill, you know a gradient fill, a picture or texture fill. You know every one of those basically. If I said vary colors by point, okay, this picked up a gradient fill, and I thought it would have picked up separate colors. It picked up separate blue colors, so that's fine. I'm not worried about that at this point. So if I go to a solid fill, you said, oh, Lee, I want to change it to green. There, I've changed it to green. All right. Or you want to pick up your gradient fill like you just saw. I'll choose a brighter one so that we can see it. And there's your gradient fill. And pattern fills, most of them are not great looking. Okay, you can choose one, and you see that's not an easy one for you to see there. That'll be better. But you can change the colors here, and you say, oh no, I want my foreground color to be burgundy, and I want my background color to be blue. Okay, and again, have I got anything pretty? No, but you know, that's good enough. So you can play with those. You know how to do that. I'm just going to go back to a solid fill. All right, so now I'm at a solid fill. Maybe I'll go back and try to find a gray here, kind of the way it was. All right, that's good. And now the other thing is, click on only one of the bars. And now do you see that the handles are only on this bar? So now take a look. What does it say? Format, data, point. And you've really got to read this. So I'm going to click off again. Click on your spreadsheet. Click on your chart. Now click on your data series. All the bars are selected. What does it say? Format data series. You've got to pay attention. All right. And so now this time I'll make the bars. Will yellow be able to see? Yeah, you can see yellow. Not that good though. So I'm going to go with red bars. Okay. There's your red bars. Now this time click on only one bar, and we're going to choose a different fill color, and I'll go with the blue just to follow in my pattern. And so this says that the Reno bar stands out for whatever reason. Maybe there was a fire, who knows, but anyways, it stands out. So this is a data point, where the rest is a data series. So pay attention to that. All right, now the next piece that I want to show you are data labels. So this time you don't see any data labels in your chart area. So we're going to go to Chart Tools, Design, and we're going to say Add Chart Element. Now we're going to go to Data Labels. Data Labels, all right? We have none right now, all right? We can have centered ones. You see how the values are centered? We can have inside end, just inside the ends. We have inside the base, just above the bottom of the base. We have outside end, and you see them outside. And we have data callouts. So you've seen callouts before, so you know what those are. So I think what we'll do is let's just go with outside ends. Just this way it makes it easier that you can see them yourself. So go with outside. Oh, what happened here? Data labels, outside end. There. Okay. Now, this time, click on the labels. And what do you see? Format data labels. So do you see how that panel changes according to the object that you were on? Now, if I chose a solid fill, and let's say I go and choose, oh, I'll try the green. Okay, there's the green. All right, and I can choose a border. Okay, a solid line border. And maybe what I'll do is I'll make it green. I'll go with purple. And I'm going to make my thickness more just so that you can see it. Maybe it's not the prettiest, but I want you to see it. So I'm going to click on the spreadsheet here so that you can see the border on your data labels. Now, I could have done the same thing here on the data series. I could have went to fill, which we did. I could have went to border and said solid line. And I don't want to put a purple one on the red. Maybe I'll put the blue on the red. And I'm going to size it up again to about what you can see. And I'm going to go and put a dashed on just for the, or dots, just for the heck of it, so that you can see it. All right, so I'm going to try to make this a little bit more. All right, now I'm going to click off. And you can't see the dots here, but they are there, okay? But you can see the border. So already you have changed things yourself. All right, I have to stop here, so I'm going to click on my spreadsheet, go Control S to save, and I'll continue on in the next video.